library families. It's Kathleen from the Bozeman Public Library, here for another story time with you. I'm so excited you joined us, and I hope you'll let us know if you're coming and watching these story times online. It helps us know back at the library where we should put our efforts, what people would like us to do for families. And of course, we're always open to any other ideas you might have on services we can deliver within the library to families during this time. So please let us know. Also, we're doing a Halloween story time today, since Halloween is just one day away. And I wanted to let you know I did a video a couple days ago about alternatives to trick-or-treating. So parents, if you want some other ideas, go watch that video. Plus, there's a video on how to make these fun witches. Might be a fun family activity to do together. Anyhow, let's read on. I've got a book called Big Pumpkin, and I've got a book called The Ghost Went Floating. I think we'll start with this one. This one's written by Kim Norman, pictures by Jay Black. And the publisher is Farr, Straus, Giroux from New York. Thanks for letting me read this with my friends. Now, this book has a lot of rhyming words. I want you to listen for the rhyming words. Parents, rhyming is a great pre-literacy skill. So if you can play rhyming games or point out rhyming words with your kiddos, it's going to help them read. And it's also a song. You're going to notice the song I'm going to sing. You might notice the tune is "The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, one stopped." I can't remember the words. "To touch his thumb, and they all went marching down to the ground to get out of the rain, boom, boom, boom." So I'm going to read this in that song. The ghosts went floating one by one, boo-rah, boo-rah. When Halloween had just begun, boo-rah, boo-rah. The ghosts went floating one by one, the skeletons rattled and joined the fun, and they all marched up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. The witches cackled two by two, boo-rah, boo-rah, while whipping up a bubbly brew, boo-rah, boo-rah. The witches cackled two by two, they cranked their motors and off they flew, and they all swept up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. The mummy stumbled three by three, boo-rah, boo-rah. Their tattered fabric flying free, boo-rah, boo-rah. The mummy stumbled three by three, the murmurs echoing frightfully. And they all limped up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. The werewolves wandered four by four, boo-rah, boo-rah. They howled at each and every door, boo-rah, boo-rah. The werewolves wandered four by four, they crashed the carts at the grocery store. And they all stalked up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. The zombies lumbered, it's kind of lumbered. The zombies lumbered five by five, boo-rah, boo-rah. A long and dark and winding drive, boo-rah, boo-rah. The zombies lumbered five by five, you'd never guessed that they weren't alive. And they all lurched up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. The goblins galloped six by six, boo-rah, boo-rah, while waving clubs and pointy sticks, boo-rah, boo-rah. The goblins galloped six by six, they dragged their knuckles on sidewalk bricks, and they all trooped up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. Oh, what's next? Vampires! The vampires hovered seven by seven, boo-rah, boo-rah. They swooped and looped in seventh heaven, boo-rah, boo-rah. The vampires hovered seven by seven as clocks and belfries chimed 11, and they all flapped up the hill in the chill by the light of the moon, moon, moon. You guys can help me with the boo-rah and the moons too. Oh my goodness, what are these? These are ghouls. The ghouls went drooling eight by eight, boo-rah, boo-rah, erupting from a sewer grate, hurrah, hurrah. The ghouls elves went drooling 8 by 8, 'cause Halloween is their favorite date. And they all swarmed up the hill, in the trill, in the chill, by the light of the moon, moon, moon. One more. The monsters plotted 9 by 9, boo-rah, boo-rah, while chased by Dr. Frankenstein, boo-rah, boo-rah. The monsters plotted 9 by 9, they staggered in a jagged line, and they all stomped up the hill, in the chill, by the light of the, your turn, moon, moon, moon. The crowd paraded 10 by 10, boo-rah, boo-rah, and tramped in time like army men, boo-rah, boo-rah. The crowd paraded 10 by 10, they turned a corner and stopped. What then? And they all flocked up your street. Trick or treat. Oh, I love that book. Isn't that a fun book? Wow, there was some words in there and some rhymes. I just want to go back really quick. Where was the one with the belfry? Did you hear the word the belfry? Do you know what a belfry is? It's where the bell hangs. That's the belfry. I imagine it has something to do with that bell, got its name. Also, it said the vampires hovered. Do you know what hovered means? They're just kind of staying there. Have you ever seen something just staying in the air, like when a raptor, a hawk, or an eagle is just hovering? They're kind of soaring. So they're hovering. Let's see, and I heard some rhyming words. 7, heaven, hill, chill, 6, sticks, knuckles on bricks. I love that. 5, drive. Let's see what else. 4, door, hill, chill. Lots of rhyming words. That was a really fun book. Kim Norman did that. Love that book. Hi everyone. I've got another story for us I think you're gonna love. It's called Big Pumpkin. Look at that old witch. Isn't she wonderful? Look at that chin. And this pumpkin is as big as she is. I've read this to so many kids over the years, and it is such fun. Kind of reminds me of that story we did a couple weeks ago called The Turnip. Do you remember? Everyone was tugging to get the turnip out of the ground. Boom, boom, boom. It's kind of the same thing. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is written by Erica Silverman, illustrated by S.D. Schindler. And Simon & Schuster, thank you so much for letting us read this. Here we go. Let's get it nice and close. There we go. Okay. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie, so she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while a sprout poked through. And then a pumpkin grew, and it grew, and it grew. And then it grew some more. Wow, look at that. Soon Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pie off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard, then she pulled harder, and then she pulled even harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the witch. I want you guys to help me with that part, because after every time someone tries, drat, said the witch. So you guys do that at home too, okay? Okay. Drat kind of means like, darn it. Oh, look at this ghost. Just then along came a ghost. Big pumpkin, said the ghost. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween is just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. Humph, said the witch, but she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Oh, the ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat! Who's next? Do you know who that is? That is Dracula. I'm going to move this just a smidge. There we go. Just then along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. I don't like that voice. How do Dracula, a vampire, they talk like, big pumpkin, because they've got those fangs. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween is just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than both of you, and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Let me try. Hump, said the witch. Hump, said the ghost. Look at him pulling. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the vampire. Who's next? Mummy. Just then along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween is just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked the pumpkin. I'm bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try. Hump, said the witch. Hump, said the ghost. Hump, said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie, so they stepped aside. Oh, the mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, it's a she mummy. I should have changed my voice. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard, then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the mummy. Oh, now what is happening here? Any predictions? What are those guys laughing at? Do you see the bat? They're laughing at the bat. Why would they be laughing at the bat? Do you think they're laughing at the bat because he wants to try to pull? Let's find out. Just then along came a bat. Big pumpkin, said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat, and they started to laugh. Ha 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 ha. I may not be big, and I may not be strong, said the bat, but I have an idea. And the bat told them what to do. Hump, said the witch. Hump, said the ghost. Hump, said the vampire. Hump, said the mummy. What's his idea? Any ideas what his idea is? Give you a minute to think. Ideas. What is that bat thinking? He said he has an idea. He's a smart bat. Oh, they're all gonna pull together. And there's the bat. Ready, set, pull, called the, I gotta redo my voice. I'm the bat voice. Ready, set, pull, called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost, and the ghost pulled the witch, and the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled, and they tugged, and they pulled. First they pulled hard, then they pulled harder. And, what on earth? Snap! Off came the pumpkin. Drat, said the witch. Whoosh, it flew. Look at that pumpkin flying in the air. Look at them all toppling down. Oh. Where did it land? Right in front of her house. That was convenient. Here they come. Thud. It landed on top of a hill. Thump, bumpity, 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 thump, bump. It bounced all the way down to the witch's house, and when it got to her door, that pumpkin just sat. Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. I think I might have to make pumpkin pie tonight. Sounds so good. Looks like a little bit of a Halloween party in there, doesn't it? That is a big pie. Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. Couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go, said the bat. Oh, that's so funny. Look at the bat eating down there. You see him at the bottom. Look at the mummy's getting some in her mouth. Our ghost and our good old witch. Drat, said the witch. As she watched them all leave, then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. The end. For next year, right? So I have a craft that goes with the big pumpkin. Looks like this and like this. These are the two pieces you'll pick up at the library at the children's desk. What you're going to do is color all these little things. We've got the pumpkin, the witch, the ghost, the vampire, the mummy, and the bat. You're going to, after you color all those, you're going to cut it out right along that dark line. Then you're going to take this pumpkin, color it, and there's little slits I've done in most of the ones people are coming to pick up. Can you see that? I've cut little slits. So after this is colored and ready to go, what you're going to do is from this far side, you're going to feed, let me get it going here. You're going to feed from the back the little strip. See that? And then you're going to put it in down again like this. And what you're going to do is retell this story to someone in your house or in your neighborhood. Somebody, your brother or sister, maybe even your dog or cat or bird. And you're going to retell it. So you have to remember, how did that story go? Well, once upon a time, there was a witch, and she had a big pumpkin, and she tried to pull it, but it was too big. She couldn't pull it off the vine. Drat, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. Well, then along came a ghost. You get the idea? And you're going to tell it all the way through all the people. And I didn't leave a slit for the pumpkin pie, but you can put that in. So parents and caregivers, this is a great skill, early literacy skill for kiddos, is retelling a story in order. Even if they don't do this, you could start with retelling a fun event you've done recently, or what they did at their birthday, or a book you've read, and having them retell it in order is great literacy skill. I have one more book, and you can turn it off if you want, but I think this is such a fun book. This one's called 10 Timid Ghosts, and this is another one I like to sing. And look at this. So here is this witch. Now it looks like she's doing what? It looks like she's packing things to go somewhere. I wonder where witches travel to. Any clue? Ah, I see her moving van, and here she comes down the hill to her house right by the graveyard. And look at all the pumpkins. Here she goes. She must be moving into that house. Now, here we go. We're going to do some counting. We start at 10, and we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So you'll notice that we count down. Here we go. I'm going to get it nice and close so you can see. There we go. It goes like this. 10 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. See all the witches? Ghosts. One saw a skeleton and let out a whine. Ah! He flew to the woods, and then there were 9. So we went from 10, take away 1 is 9. Oh, here we go. 9 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a bat and didn't wait. She flew to the woods, and then there were 8. There's the number 9. Let's see if we can find the number 8 on the next page. Can anyone find the number 8? I see it right there. Look at this. Now can you see the witch is behind there? There's a mask. What? Why do you think she's trying to scare the ghosts? Let's find out. 8 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a ghoul and screamed, "Oh my heavens!" He flew to the woods, and then there were 7. Let's find the 7. You're right. Let's see. I see some sewing things. Wonder if the witch sewed that. 7 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a cat. What a terrible fix! She flew to the woods, and then there were 6. 6. Where's that 6? Up there. 6 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw an owl and took a dive. He flew to the woods, and then there were 5. 5 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a vampire and dashed out the door. She flew to the woods, and then there were 4. Now, any hint on who it is? Oh, I see the witch's hair and the witch's nails. She's behind it, trying to scare everybody. There's also some hints down here. Powder, ketchup for the bloody teeth, and I'm not sure, that might be her fangs. So there's always a little hint about that witch. Can you find the witch? I see her, look at her hair, and it's a mask. What number are we on? 4. 4 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a monster and was as scared as can be. He flew to the woods, and then there were... What rhymes with B? 3. Nice job. There's our 3. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. Did we figure out where she was hiding in the last one? I can't remember. Let's look. Yes, she was hiding under there. Okay. Do you see the witch here anywhere? Look hard. You see her. She's got a fishing pole, and at the end is a big fake spider. 3 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a spider, and what did she do? She flew to the woods, and then there were 2. Number 2. Where is our witch? What is she up to? I see a rat. I see a cord. Look at, she's controlling it. It says rubber rat. She bought a rubber rat. Or maybe she packed it with her. Here we go. 2 timid ghosts in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted them out. One saw a rat and started to run. He flew to the woods, and then there was 1. Oh, where's that witch? There's a hint. There's a hint. There's a hint, and there's a hint, and there's a hint. 1 clever ghost in a haunted house. A witch moved in and wanted her out. She saw the witch coming undone. She flew to the woods, and then there were none. 0. Nobody. All right. Now, let's make some predictions here. They're all in a circle. They look like they're complaining about that witch, and then they... Any predictions of what they're gonna do? I think they want their house back. It's Halloween. 10 angry ghosts in the deep dark wood. That witch is too tricky and just no good. This isn't fair. We live in there. Let's band together and give her a scare. 1 mean old witch in a haunted house. 10 brave ghosts wanted her out. Boo! They scared the witch. Oh, we got another picture. Hold tight. Look at her go. The witch saw the ghosts and howled with fear. She tore out the door, screaming, "Get me out of here!" And then, happy Halloween. Look at that. All right, I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and thanks for joining me. Please, please, please let us know if you're enjoying these. We really want to be here to serve you. How can we serve you? Help support your family and your kids' literacy and learning. And we couldn't do it without our patrons. So please let us know if you like story times, what you want more of, maybe less of, or any other ideas you might have for us on how we can support you. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.